First of all, I want to thank you for coming. You've been a patient of ours for how long? You talked about this.
I'm pretty sure 2004, so since I was 3.
One of the things that you'd written a very nice testimonial about your experience here, and one of the things that you had listed were some of the diagnoses that you've had over the course of your life. Do you remember? Can you list those or remember some of them?
I know I have autism, ADHD, OCD, ADD, Tourette's, and pica. Pretty sure there's some more, but those are the main ones.
You get the picture, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So another thing that you had written, and I'm going to just read this one. It says discombobulated, isolated, combative, broken, dysregulated, unresponsive, behind, and lost. These were all words used by others to describe me up until 4 years ago.
That was mainly because I didn't really talk to anyone until about 4-ish years ago. Well, now it's a bit more, but mainly 4.
What happened also a couple years, within that time frame here, you were also receiving some treatments in addition to doing the dietary things. Do you remember any of the treatments with the neurofeedback, and what was your remembrance of that?
Neurofeedback, that was fun because I got to watch Andy Griffith, but
right.
It was annoying because I was focusing, but then it went black because apparently wasn't focusing.
Right, as part of the training. Right?
Yeah.
And what happened, what kind of changes did you experience because of that?
I was mainly able to focus and stay on task, and my penmanship got better. It's still bad, but it's better. Going back 6 years, 7, 8 years ago, you had done OT and therapies, and how did that go for you, and when did you see the most progress? When I first started OT, I really didn't talk, and it was mostly for my speech because I slurred all my words and I couldn't pronounce R's or any W's. The most of the difference was when I actually came here and did the neurofeedback, and that allowed me to actually calm down and focus and get some actual friends that I did stuff with. For instance, I think it was last year was the first time that I actually went to a movie with some friends and my brother, that my mom wasn't sitting in the back corner. And that was a big step, and now I actually do stuff with my friends on a semi-regular basis if school gives time. Without your mom? Oh yeah, and that's always a good part. And that's good, but that's only been recent. Yeah. Now I think that there's a lot of things that went into that. We did the neurofeedback at that time. We did brain balancing work at that time. I really want to pick up in your story about 4 years ago. You're in 9th grade, and your academics were such you weren't able to read or write. You were on the standardized testing. They had you at the 5 percentile mark, where basically you didn't register, and then your life just completely changed. And talk us through what helped that change and what you were like back then. Well, around 7th grade is when I was at Kaleidoscope, and there I had a one-on-one para to help me with all my schoolwork, and I got basically everything handed to me because I couldn't really do any of the homework because I couldn't focus or understand what was expected of me. And to be able to go from not really being able to read or write to being able to get a exceeds benchmark on my science MCA, and then get a 30 on my ACT this December, which is pretty exciting. And very exciting. Right now I'm taking I think 4 college classes, and I'm getting A's in all of those. You really closed the gap. Oh yeah. Right, do you remember some of the other brain-based treatments that we did? I know we did all the wall numbers and stuff, but that was a part of neurofeedback in a sense, which was just making sure that my two halves of the brain were actually working together and not dominating each other.
That's really well said. Because of being able to have better balance with your brain, you've been able to do more socially, you've been able to participate in athletics. Your academics greatly changed from not being able to read or write in ninth grade to now having these outstanding scores. I'm just really proud of the changes that you've made. I think back just even a few years ago where change was very, very difficult. You needed help with your mother. If there's any new changes in school, just ninth and 10th grade, she'd have to walk you through the whole experience to where you are now, just even a couple years later. You're set to go to college next year, and it's just excited about your future. Can you talk us through what your plans are?
I'm hopefully going to Bethel next year and majoring in either electrical or mechanical engineering, because I like doing those types of things, because I like to build things and I like to figure out how things and machines work.
Well, the old Adam would have been afraid and not done it, but the new Adam is afraid but willing to try it, and that's what life's about. I'm really proud of you for being willing to do that. Adam, I want to thank you for taking the time to be here and the honor to being one of our patients. Thank you.
Thanks for asking me to come do this, because it's better than just sitting at home not doing anything for the rest of the day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.